Archer and Lancer, which servant is stronger? Despite the fact that these two have fought each other twice, this question gets brought up a lot by secondaries and speed readers. Even so, the visual novel did clearly display who the stronger servant was. Before I had seriously thought about this topic, I had originally been of the opinion that Archer was the stronger servant. Archer has all sorts of types of skills and battle experience, and he has an unlimited amount of weapons at his disposal, which he can use for various types of situations. The stronger of the two servants is Lancer. Before getting into the events of the visual novel, it might be a good idea to look at the two servants' stats. One thing to notice is that Lancer's strength is 2 ranks above Archer's strength, and his agility is 1 rank above Archer's. As for relevant skills to 1v1, let's start with Lancer. Protection from arrows, which allows him to defend any projectile he can see. This renders any of Archer's projectiles outside of broken phantasms useless, meaning that Archer either has to fight close quarters or put distance between the two and use a broken phantasm. Battle continuation. Even though Lancer is stronger and faster, if Archer were somehow able to land a critical strike, he would then have to land a fatal blow after that, which would be difficult against someone like Lancer. Restart or disengage. Should Archer go for a critical strike, Lancer would have the ability to reset battle conditions to the start, and gather himself before or after he lands the strike, and cause Archer to lose momentum. Runes. The 18 runes he learned from skrrrt, which each have different properties. More specifically, there is one in particular that is relevant to this fight. Agara, after carving 4 runes to the ground, it creates a seal and arena within it, forcing the enemy to fight within it, and any warrior who sees the seal can't refuse the fight. This is useful against Archer in particular, because this forces Archer to fight in close quarters where he is disadvantaged at. This also leads into Lancer's Noble Phantasm, which this rune pairs well with. Lancer's Noble Phantasm means that the moment is unleashed. It cannot be dodged or blocked at all if you're in range. The only way to survive this attack is if your luck is high enough that it can change fate. But if it were to be combined with runes, it is certain death for Archer, as this Noble Phantasm reverses the nature of causality. Just by calling out its name, it changes the order from the cause being the opponent gets their heart pierced, with the effect being the opponent is dying, into the cause being the opponent dies, therefore the effect is that their heart is stabbed. The stabbing of the lance is just a gesture, because the lance has already stabbed the opponent's heart before the attack even begins. It's an attack reversing causality. Now onto Archer. Clairvoyance. This provides Archer with better movements and vision, useful in dodging and countering attacks. Mind's Eye, or Eye of the Mind. It allows him to analyze the information from a situation in order to predict his opponent's next moves and then avoid their attacks or parry them. This skill has great synergy with Clairvoyance, as they both work well in guarding. It improves the chances of changing the tide of the battle, but it's only useful for defensive purposes. Archer's Noble Phantasm allows him to make use of all the weapons that he's ever encountered and utilize them, without needing to project them because they are already available for use. Because of all the weapons Archer's encountered, he of course has other Noble Phantasms within it. However, every weapon that Archer has is degraded a whole rank. Because of this, and the fact that he can make an infinite amount of them, he can use broken phantasms, which allows him to pack a Noble Phantasm with a lot of magical energy and have it deal explosive damage once Archer fires it, such as bolg. In just comparing stats and skills, it's easy for anyone to see that Lancer has the advantage. Superior in melee combat and having the ability to force Archer into his weaker fighting style makes him the ultimate counter. bolg and Runting, and any other broken phantasm Archer possesses, do bypass protection against arrows, but it doesn't matter because in order for Archer to use them, he needs to have distance between Lancer to charge up the attack. And with Lancer's speed and the ability to force Archer to melee combat, Archer can't make use of those attacks, because Lancer can rush down Archer any attempt that he makes to back away and use runic magic to keep Archer close. And now on to actual canon examples of Lancer's prowess. It is made very clear in their first battle that Lancer is the superior warrior. Lancer's strikes are very strong and Archer is on the defense. When it came time for Lancer to unleash his Noble Phantasm, Shiro interrupted the fight. As said by Rin and Archer, If not for Shiro being caught, Archer would have been killed right there. Archer had been outmatched, but could only survive. In the second fight, it's revealed that even though Lancer was stronger than Archer before, he was holding back due to orders from his master, but he didn't have to do that anymore. Even Archer himself admits Lancer is the fastest servant. He can't even keep up with Lancer's attacks. He's only relying on his battle experience now. Even still, Lancer is taking Archer lightly, despite not holding back like last time. Lancer wasn't even trying to kill Archer during the first half, and even then Archer couldn't keep up with him. It wasn't until Archer insulted Lancer's pride that he actually tried to kill him. This time Lancer used the thrown version of his noble phantasm, which emphasizes power and aims to completely obliterate the target rather than go for the heart. Archer was able to use Row Ice to block most of the damage, but his arm was destroyed, body extremely injured and out of mana. If it weren't for Lancer's orders, he could have killed Archer, as Lancer was not injured and still had enough mana to finish him off. All of these examples illustrate the power difference between the two servants. Lancer is clearly stronger, and Archer is weaker. Archer is a servant whose prowess lies in his ability to be versatile and quickly adapt to a situation. But at the end of the day, he is still quite weak, which is actually really good detail in respect to the story. Both him and Shiro are quite weak relative to everyone else, but they are able to survive, and while not completely overpowering their enemies, they do find ways to counter them and aim for their weaknesses. In conclusion, Lancer is stronger than Archer. If there's anything major that I'm overlooking, please let me know. Thank you. Just as a side note, the next time anyone tries to tell you that Archer is stronger than Lancer, please reference what was said in this video about how stats and skills are all better on Lancer, and that's why he has an advantage against Archer. If there are any more matchups that you think I should discuss, please let me know.